Hi guys, today we're going to be starting what will hopefully turn into a new series. We're going to be comparing, well, I'm going to be calling it the Hero Battle series. We're going to be comparing two different heroes, which are quite similar in fact, which people use interchangeably, and we're going to be going through the pros and cons of each hero and which hero which I would preferably use, and who I would invest my resources into. So today, we're going to be doing our first hero battle. We're going to be looking at the best tanks in the game. We're going to be doing the Shield Vigilante versus the Tree of Aeon. Now, let's get into the video. I am really sad. I just recorded this whole video and forgot to turn on the mic. So this is my second time recording this video, so let's hope it goes better this time round. Oh, I'm so annoyed. Okay, let's start off our comparison by first looking at the Tree of Aeon. Let's move over to his skills. And so this guy is a tank and an interrupter. The interruption is very valuable and this makes him a much better tank compared to other tanks in the game. He's also not that hard to obtain, just go on the elemental summons and try for grass and hope you get him from there. So let's look at his first ability, Withering Energy. So this is his ability which interrupts, and it also does quite decent damage. If Buried Earth, his ultimate, is activated, then this also drains HP. Now let's move on to his ultimate, Buried Earth. This ultimate's incredible. I really love this ultimate. It's incredible. So initially, it restores 40% of health and makes him immune to disable and interruption when you get to his high levels down here and stuff. Also, when Buried Earth is active, it changes lots of his other abilities, which we'll go through in a bit. So yeah, Buried Earth is incredible. It's like when you have Buried Earth active, it's like Tree of Aeon just has 7, 8 different abilities. It's incredible. So let's quickly move on to Vine Connect, his third ability. The connected enemy will take 100% of the damage taken by Tree of Aeon when you get him down to level 3 here. If Buried Earth is active, then Lifelink can be activated, and then someone receives 80% of all healing done as well, so that's incredible. It's just so an ally will heal, so that's incredible. Now moving on to Shatter Strike. Incredible name, Shatter Strike. So this is actually a very good ability. I think this one's underrated because it can stun enemies. If Buried Earth is active, then it can also increase defense by 1,000, so increase Tree of Aeon's defense by 1,000. And then also restores HP and reduces skill cooldown. So yeah, the stun can come in clutch at times. It's incredible. If you activate it at the right time, it can turn a losing game into a winning game. So yeah, the stun's incredible. Just make sure to activate it at the right time. That's the biggest thing with the stun, right time. Now moving on to Life Blessing. This is actually a very good ability. Excess healing is converted to shield, so like you have the Shield Vigilante, he puts up a massive shield. This is similar, but this is only for the Tree of Aeon. But it's a very good ability. Excess healing is converted to shield, and this is very important at high levels and very useful, so get him up to high level, then he can get his own shield. Now let's move on to the Shield Vigilante. So this is Tree of Aeon, this is my breakdown. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to compare him to the Shield Vigilante now, but just before that, I want to take 1 minute just to address something. Statistically, 96.8% of you guys aren't subscribed. Guys, please subscribe. This is actually quite a difficult video to make because I need to make the good comparisons, and it's quite annoying as well. Especially having to record it a second time round, it's quite irritating. So I put lots of effort into this, so guys, please like, subscribe. And yep, now let's move on to the Shield Vigilante. So this guy's tags are Tank and AoE Shield. The AoE Shield, from my own personal experience, I found that the AoE Shield isn't as useful in PvP, and it's more useful in PvE, player the enemy battles, which are controlled by the computer. I mean, that's my own personal opinion. I'm sure it's also come in handy in the arena, but it's been more useful in PvE battles. So yeah, boss battles, things like that, that's where I think the Shield Vigilante thrives. So quite similarly to the Tree of Aeon, this guy is not too difficult to obtain. As you can see here, if I go to stars, I can actually rank this guy up quite easily. I have lots of these. I have 8 copies of this guy, but I just don't think he's worth upgrading. So I've held back on it for now. I'm just not gonna upgrade this guy because I'm gonna do some other stuff which I'll explain later. So let's look at his first ability. Let's go to skills, Vigilante Judgment. It deals decent damage and dispels the buffs on the target. It's quite good. It's average, not horrible, not bad. Yep. Now let's look at his ultimate, Virtuous Shield. This is this guy's strength. The Virtuous Shield, I really like it. It's so cool. It's incredible. So it puts up a shield for 6 seconds and increases defense by 1,800. It's also worth noting that this shield protects all of your allies for 6 seconds. And unlike your Tree of Aeon, this shield protects all allies and the defense increase is 1,600. The Tree of Aeon has a defense increase of 1,000 on its 4th ability, so this increase is higher than on the Shield of Aeon. Not Shield of Aeon, sorry, Tree of Aeon. I've mixed those names up. So yeah, that's where Shield Vigilante is better, defense-wise. Now Glowing Beads. Oh, actually, real quick, that was this guy's ultimate. So if we compare ultimates, I would still say that the Tree of Aeon has a better ultimate. Because, and let me explain this, the Virtue Shield's nice, but with Tree of Aeon's ultimate, it can change all of his other abilities. And that is very useful because it's like I said before, it's the same as very similar to just having 7 or even 8 different abilities. So yeah, that's why in terms of ultimate, I will give the edge to the Tree of Aeon. Now let's go over to Glowing Beads, his third ability. This ability summons trinkets, which deal low damage and low healing. I mean, a heal's a heal, but it's quite low. But it also stuns enemies, which can come in clutch, quite similar to the Tree of Aeon. I mean, the summon is always useful. Summons are nice, summons are good, but I don't think this guy's summons are really up there compared to other summons in the game, say the Death Warlock. His summons are way better, so I wouldn't really give this ability much attention. Now move on to Heavy Shield Bash. So this is actually quite good. Bash the surrounding enemies, dealing damage and a 3-second stun. Again, if you use this stun at the right time, this is very, very useful. It's all about timing when it comes to stuns. Always time them well, and they can be incredibly useful when it comes to PvP battles and PvE. But let's be real, most people care about PvP. So yeah, that's where I'd give the Heavy Shield Bash quite a good edge. Now moving on to Glory Shield. This is a very, very good ability. 90% of HP is restored once per battle when he's taken fatal damage, when you get him to his highest level. This can come in clutch. You've essentially revived your tank. That's incredible. So this is a very good ability. Now let's move on to the final comparison. Shield Vigilante versus Tree of Aeon. Now both of these are very, very good characters. I'm not gonna sit here and say that one of them's horrible. They're both very good characters. But overall, I'm gonna give the edge to the Tree of Aeon. He does more damage. I think he's better when it comes to healing. I mean, that may be just me, but that's my personal opinion, my playstyle when it comes to the game. You can also use a shield like the Shield Vigilante. I mean, it's not for the whole team, but if your other guys are leveled up high enough, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Because he also heals his allies using the Vine Connect if you have Buried Earth active, so yeah. And the main thing is that he has an interruption, so the interruption is very good against bosses, so yeah, interruption is invaluable. Therefore, I'd say that the Tree of Aeon just edges it over the Shield Vigilante. Actually, maybe not just edges it, quite a bit better. That's my opinion. But they're both very, very good heroes. Don't get me wrong, they're both very good heroes. It's just that if I had a choice, I would choose the trio of Aeon over the shield Vigilante if I had one spot left in my team. So yeah, that's my favorite tank in the game, the best tank in the game in my opinion. Now, real quick, I'm gonna also be uploading quite a few more hero comparisons, hero battles. So I'm gonna do the Monkey King versus Kensei, that's coming up soon. There's also gonna be a Serene Guardian versus All-Star Chef. Yeah, so guys, please let me know what other hero battles you want and put the names in the comments below, so I can also make videos on what battles you request, because that's obviously better than doing whatever I want to do. So yeah, guys, please like, please subscribe. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers really quickly. We're almost at 50, so guys, please subscribe. Help me get to this milestone. And yeah, thank you. Have a lovely day.